Good morning, all of you. Today we are learning about Linux demo. What is Unix or Linux? It is an operating system like Windows, DOS, Mac. Linux is also one type of operating system. And what is operating system first of all? Suppose you are using the personal system. Without having any operating system, we are unable to communicate with the personal system. So operating system is an interface between user and the computer. Without operating system, we are unable to operate your system, or we are unable to install any applications. First of all, we have to install operating system. And here, operating system is a software which is acting as interface between end user and the computer. So what is the purpose of operating system? Okay, it is an OS. See, here I am using Windows 10. Without Windows 10, without installation of Windows 10, can I communicate with system? No, we are unable to communicate with system. So first we need operating system. On that operating system, we can install any application. So once installation was completed, you can communicate with applications. So what is operating system? Can I define the operating system? Yes. Operating system is a software, means which is a collection of programs. So what it will do? It will take a request from the end user and it will perform a task. It will take request from end user and it will start the request processing. See, this is Windows. In this Windows, how can I start any one application? So browser is also one type of application. If I hit on a browser, then browser will be opened. Suppose if I want to open Oracle, so there is already some SQL Star Plus window. See, if I hit SQL Star Plus, automatically it is starting SQL Star Plus application. So the operating system is invoking corresponding application according to request of the user. First case. What are the examples of operating system? These are the examples. From Microsoft company, we have DOS. From the same Microsoft company, after DOS, we are having Windows. So after Windows, we have UNIX. After that, Linux, Mac, OS2. These are the couple of examples for operating systems. These operating systems are divided into three types. These operating systems are divided into three types. What are they? See, single user and single task operating system. Single user and single task operating system. What is meant by single user? Into any system, only one user is allowed to connect to the system or to log on to the system. At a time, only one user is able to log on, and at a time he is able to do only one task. At a time he is able to do only one task. Here I am giving one example. Let us see. Already into this system, Dinesh logged on. So until Dinesh logged out from this system, there is no other user unable to log on. Until Dinesh log out from the system, other users unable to log on into this system. First case means at a time only one user can log on. What is the another one? Single user and single task. The logon user is able to work with single task only. Let me open command window. All of you see command window. I am opening command prompt. This is the command prompt. Actually, the command prompt properties are like this. Actually, the background is black. Here I changed the background actually. So screen text is white, screen background is black. This is the default nature of your DOS. Assume that it is a MS-DOS, Microsoft Disk Operating System. So here, if you want to communicate with system, we have to submit commands. So dir, it will display list of files. So once first command is completed, then I can execute any other command. I am unable to execute group of commands here. What is the meaning of that? At a time, I am able to perform only one task. At a time, I am able to perform only one task. That is called as single user and single task operating system. The first category of operating system, single user and single task operating system. Single user means at a time only one user can log on and he is able to perform only one task. The example for this is MS-DOS, Microsoft Disk Operating System. What type of OS it is? See, what type of OS means how the environment looked like in the old days. So I think so many students don't know what is the old days computer. See, the computer environment is CUI based. You don't have mouse pointer. Only there is a input device, keyboard and monitor. Input device, keyboard and monitor. So through keyboard I can submit command, and then if I hit enter, the command is going to be executed. You can do any task. All the tasks should be done by using commands only. So that's why what type of OS it is? Command user interface. The environment of DOS is command user interface. And what are the problems? What are the drawbacks of this operating system? Drawbacks are it's not user friendly. Means we have to remember all the commands. Let us assume you want to do one task, but you forgot about command. Then you are unable to do anything. You should recall your command and you have to wait until you will recall your command only. And it is not supporting multiple users. It is not supporting multiple users at a time or parallelly. And also we are unable to perform multiple tasks. We are unable to perform multiple tasks. In a single moment only we are able to perform single task. Next category of operating system is single user and multitask operating system. Single user and multitask. See, what is a single user? At a time, only one user is able to log on. It is called as a single user. And what is multitasking? He can work with multiple applications. The logged on user can work with multiple applications. That is called as multitask operating system. See here, what are the multitasks? See, here we are working with GoToMeeting, and also I am working with browser, and where I am working with the folder. I am working with Internet Explorer. See here, and see, and also I am working with MS Word application. How many number of applications? With how many number of applications we are working with? We are working with multiple applications. That's why it is called as a multitask operating system. And also, what is the environment of this operating system? The environment is GUI, graphical user interface operating system. The environment is GUI, graphical user operating system. Remember, graphical user interface operating system. So again, single user and multitask operating system. Only one user at a time can connect to operating system, and also he can work with multiple tasks at a time. The example for this is Microsoft Windows. Microsoft Windows. What is the interface environment? GUI, graphical user interface. What are the advantages? Advantages is user friendly. This operating system is user friendly. Why it is user friendly? Simple. By using icons. Suppose I want to see what are the files under some drive. Is it necessary to execute any command? No. Double click this PC. Just you are double clicking this PC and double click OS. It will display list of all files. We are not submitting any commands. It is not necessary to remember any command. So that's why we can say it is a user-friendly operating system. Okay, and it is supporting multiple tasks. Just now we discussed it. See how many number of applications we are working with here. Simple. So okay, if you don't understand multitask, I am giving simple example. Suppose you are doing some work within your system, personal system. You are doing some work, or you are preparing your resume. Parallelly, are you able to listen the music? Yes. What is the meaning of that? You are working with MS Word application and also you are working with music player. So parallelly, multiple applications are running. That is possible under this multitask operating system. Okay, what are the drawbacks in this? It is not supporting multiple users. It is not supporting multiple users. Only one user can log on. And also the operating system software, Windows operating system software is not free. It is a paid version. It is not open source. And we are unable to freely update it and we are unable to freely download it. These are the drawbacks of Windows operating system. Then last category of operating system, multi-user and multitask operating system. What is multi-user? At a time, multiple users can log on. At a time, multiple users can log on. And here, what is multitask operating system? Each logged on user is able to work with multiple tasks. Each connected user is able to work with multiple tasks. So that's why we can say it is known as a multitask OS. See, what is the example for this type of operating system? UNIX, Linux. Again, I am repeating three categories of operating systems. First one, single user, single task. Second one, single user, multitask. Third one, multi-user, multitask. Single user, single task. Example, MS-DOS. Single user, multitask. Example, MS Windows. MS means Microsoft. And multi-user, multitasking, Unix, Linux. Into single system, multiple users can log on. Into single system, multiple users can log on. It is the benefit of multiple users. So I will show you that how to connect with Unix system, multiple users parallelly. How multiple users are logging on to Unix system parallelly. Please hold on. Just in your personal system also, same process you have to follow to connect to Unix or Linux operating system. See, first let me open VMware. VMware Virtual Workstation. Select it. VMware Workstation window was opened. Here on the virtual machine, what is the operating system I installed? Ubuntu. Ubuntu is one type of Linux. So let me select power on this virtual machine. Then your virtual operating system booting will be started. Virtual operating system booting will be started. So let me minimize. Before, let it start. Before that, let me complete some theoretical part. UNIX. Who was developed UNIX? Dennis Ritchie and his team. Dennis Ritchie, Ken Thompson, and so on. So I think most of the people know about Dennis Ritchie. The Dennis Ritchie is a famous person who developed C language, who invented C language. So Dennis Ritchie and his team developed Unix operating system, and the first version of Unix was released in 1971. And already we discussed Unix is by default at the time of early days, first version, second version, third version. At that time, Unix is completely CUI. What is CUI? Command user interface. Only we can see a black window. In that black window, if you want to do any task, you have to run commands only. And Unix is not open source code. In the beginning days, Unix is not freeware. It is commercial. We have to purchase it. We should buy it. So again, Unix was developed by whom? Dennis Ritchie. By default, Unix is CUI, and Unix is not open source code, but Unix is multi-user and multitask. Coming to the point of Linux. So Unix is having some drawbacks. Environment, interface environment is a CUI, but I want to provide user-friendly environment. First point. Second one, Unix is commercial, but I want to provide free software. Then Linux comes into the picture. Linux was developed by Linus Torvalds. Linus Torvalds, he is a research scholar on Unix. He is a research scholar on Unix. So he want to develop Linux operating system for each common user. For a regular usage purpose also, he want to develop one operating system, multi-user operating system. Then he developed Linux. And remember, Linux is by default GUI. So Linux first version was released in 1991. And what are the advantages? Linux is open source code. Anybody can download the software, and anybody can freely update your existing software. Okay, now I want to show you. This is about theory of Unix and Linux. Come to here. Here, just now we started Unix operating system. All of you listen carefully. Here I am showing you two environments. One is in the live environment in the company. If you are connecting to Unix, what is the environment? Look, what is the looking of the environment? In your personal system, if you are working with Unix or Linux, what is the environment? Here I am showing you two ways. One is a live environment. All of you listen carefully. See, in the live environment, you can see this screen. I hope everybody is able to see this screen. Understand? Okay. This is terminal 1. Terminal 1. See the first line ending. Ubuntu local is a server name. TTY1 means terminal 1. Here I am submitting Dinesh, and password is welcome. Submit something it is saying not connected. Again, let me submit Dinesh 51. See here. In the end of the screen, are you seeing dollar symbol? Dollar symbol means you are successfully connected to Linux operating system. Okay, suppose say clear the screen. If you want to see the files, ls. If you want to change from one location to another location, cd. Now you are working with mydir. Under mydir, if you want to see the files, ls. And if you want to see any data from a file, if you want to see any data from a file, so cat something, I want to open some file, emp info. Able to see? So completely CUI based environment. You are unable to work with mouse pointer, and you can't see any graphical window. You can't see any graphical window. Remember this point, all of you. This is the environment you can see in the real time. Okay, Dinesh 51 connected actually. Hold on. Let me take another user. Already Dinesh 51 is working with one terminal. Now it is asking about, see the first line ending TTY2. In the previous TTY1. This is terminal 2 for second user login screen. This is second user login screen. Let me connect to Ubuntu. This is one username. And I submitted the password. Am I connected or not? Yes, connected. You can check who are the users working with the system. How many users parallelly connected to server? 2 users. One is Dinesh 51, another one is Ubuntu TTY2. Okay, so let me change into another one, another title. How to change you will learn later. Don't worry about how to change, but you have to understand multiple users are parallelly working with the operating system or not. And see, this is TTY3. Here I want to connect like this, Dinesh 530 and welcome 530 connected. So how many users working with the Unix operating system here? 3 users. Dinesh 51 working with terminal 1, and you can see login timings also. At 7:32 I connected as Dinesh 51. At 7:34 I connected as TTY2 terminal 2, connected as Ubuntu. And at 7:35 I connected to terminal 3 as Dinesh 530. I hope you understand. This is the real-time environment in the companies. Once you connected to Unix server or Linux server, you can see black screen. Just there is a dollar symbol. If you want to do anything, you have to execute command only. Do you want to find out what are the files in the server? Use command. Do you want to download a file from server? Use command. Do you want to upload a file into the server? Use command. Want to modify the file data? Commands only. That's why you are learning commands. If I show GUI environment, so many people are having a doubt. Sir, it is look like a Windows operating system. So what is the necessity to learn commands? I can simply work with mouse pointer. It's not like that. if you go to real-time environment, if you have your friends in the companies, ask them what is the environment you are working whenever you are working with Linux. Everyone has to work with CUI only. And remember, yeah, okay. So remember one more point. Say, this is your client operating system. In the company, I am talking about company environment. This is your client system. And from this client, I want to connect to Linux server. From this client, I want to connect to Linux server. If you want to connect to Linux server, we need interface tool between client and server. What is the interface tool? It is known as a PuTTY, P-U-T-T-Y, PuTTY tool. By using PuTTY tool, we can connect to server. Once you connected to server, you can see this environment. Okay, now this is the live environment scenario. Just I explained. Now coming to local system. I am switching into if you are working with Linux operating in your personal. So you can work in this CU environment. Let me submit the password. It is not taking the password. Hold on. I think I forgot the password. Okay, no problem. Let me switch into another user. So here, Dinesh 61. So let me submit welcome 61. See, in your personal system, you can work with GUI also. But in the live environment, only you have to work with CUI. So submit, select your username, submit your password and wait for some time. Then it will show desktop like Windows. So it is asking about some upgrades are available. Do you want to upgrade? Ask me later. If this is it look like Windows operating system? Yes. See, in Windows operating system, see, let me minimize this. See here, all of you, let me minimize this. I want to execute commands. What should I do? Open command window and execute the commands. Here, Unix or Linux, I want to execute commands. Then open terminal window. We have to open terminal window. So right click, select open terminal, and are you able to see ls? What is the working directory? Dinesh 61 cd my dir, change location into my dir. My current location is Dinesh 61. Are the files. These are the files under my dir. I hope you understand. Okay, so this is the command window. This is called as a terminal window. So if you want to update the software, this is the symbol. If you want to work with Word like this, library, Office Writer, Office Calculator, Office Impress, and here settings. So browser, if you want to open the browser, then browser. If you want to search something in your system, this is the search button. So if you want to explore the files, then hit escape key, search window disappear, and here you can explore the files here. This is called as a files folder. If you select it, it will explore the files graphically. So see, my dir, it is opening whatever the files under my dir. If you generally Windows operating system, minimize window, maximize window, close window. Three buttons are there. See, this is Windows. Minimize, maximize, store, close. But here in Ubuntu, they appear in the left side. Close, minimize, restore. Close this. Understand? Now see here. I want to open terminal window and I want to see who are the users currently working. How many users are working? Say here, 4 users are working. Dinesh 51 connected, Ubuntu connected, Dinesh 530 logged on. Parallelly, Dinesh 61 is also logged on. 4 users are currently logged on to the operating system. That's why it is called as multi-user operating system. Please keep this point in your mind. Okay, let me minimize this part. Come to our demo session. So what are the different types of Unix flavors developed? See, BSD Unix, this is the starting Unix, Berkeley Software Distribution Unix. And that this one was developed by Dennis Ritchie, remember. Next, Unix, developed by Microsoft. IBM, from IBM we have one Unix operating system, AIX. From HP you have another Unix, UX. And from Sun Microsystems there is a Solaris. One of the famous Unix operating system is Solaris. Nowadays there is no more Solaris because the company is taken over by Oracle company. Sun Microsystems company take over by Microsoft Oracle company. That's why there is no more Solaris nowadays. What are the flavors of Linux? Red Hat Linux, SUSE Linux, Fedora Linux, Ubuntu Linux, Oracle Enterprise Linux, CentOS. So in our training, we are working with Ubuntu Linux. Anybody can freely download. Red Hat flavors not free, but Ubuntu flavors are free. Oracle Enterprise Linux also free. CentOS is not free. This is from Red Hat. So what are the advantages of Linux or Unix? So generally Linux is very faster than Windows and more levels of security is available under Unix. It's multi-user, multitask, portability. Unix or Linux are suitable to small applications to big applications. Compatible with any technology. You can work with any technology. It will support all technologies and open source code. You can easily download your Linux operating system software freely and you can easily update. Just now we saw one message, pop-up message to me. So updates are available. Do you want to update? If I hit update, freely it will update. It will be updated freely. And see, what is the architecture of Unix? Yeah, architecture, what is shell, what is kernel, what is hardware, everything we will see in the next session. But for the time being, see how the end user is communicating with hard disk. How end user is communicating with some applications under hard disk. End user has to communicate with shell. Shell is an interface between user and kernel. Kernel is a process, shell is a program. Remember, kernel is a process, shell is a program. So if the user opens shell window, shell program is running internally. It is taking user request. That user request is passed to kernel. Then kernel will find out what is the request submitted by user. According to his request, it is communicating with application in the hard disk. Suppose, say I am a user. I want to work with Oracle. So I will select, or I will type one command, SQL plus. SQL plus. So where should I type the command? Command window in Linux. That is nothing but shell. Under shell, what is the command I am submitting? SQL plus. It's my request. That SQL plus request send it to kernel. Kernel immediately searching in the hard disk. SQL star plus application is available or not. If it is available, then kernel invoke SQL star plus application window. This is the process. Okay, communication process is like this. User submitting request in the shell window. Shell translate that request into machine language. That request is passed to kernel. Kernel understand that request and it is interacting with corresponding application within the hard disk. And different types of shells are there. And see, coming to the point of what is our course, what are the components we are going to discuss in our course. See, in our just I divided our course into actually four components, but I have given 5 components here, but actually 4 components. See, commands, all Unix commands we will discuss. Whatever the commands, remember these commands are useful for any developer, Java developer, Oracle developer, testing tools developer, testing engineers, and for Hadoop people, and also for data science people. So any technology, you can select any technology. All these technologies, commonly they have to learn some Unix commands. That all types of commands I will cover here. So like general commands, directory commands, file related commands, process related commands, filter commands, file comparison commands, networking commands, communication commands. Almost you are learning 100+ commands here. So next, operators. What are the redirection operators? Redirection operator, nothing. Generally, if I write a command and suppose ls, is it giving output or not? Instead of giving output, save these files into some other file. Save these files into some other file. Okay, so that is called as a suppose let me show you. cd mydir ls wc org.sh. wc is a command. It is finding how many number of lines, how many number of words, how many number of characters in this file. So this is the number of lines, number of words, number of characters. I don't want to see the output. I want to save the output. Same command greater than arg.sh. Okay. Arg file stats. Is it giving any output? It's not giving any output. Instead of displaying output, the output was saved into this file. Open this file, then you can see same information. Open. Let me open the file. Cat arg file stats. Are you having same information or not? Means this is called as redirection operator. Instead of default place, just we are redirecting the output into different place. That is called as a redirection operator. Meta character. Meta character represents special character. Meta character means it is a special character. So generally we have so many files here. We have so many files here, but I want to see files beginning with F or files beginning with A. Understand? So many files are there under current directory. So let me show you again. ls, so many files. Don't display all files to me. Only display files to me which are beginning with F. ls, F star. See each file name beginning with F or not? Yes. So what is star? Star is a meta character. The special symbols used to represent special characters. And editors, how to modify file data. How to modify file data. How should I modify? By using editor. So how can I modify file data here? We can use notepad file. Similarly, what is the editor file in this? So if you want to modify any file data, suppose I want to modify this file, event.sh. Two methods of modification. Say GUI editor like notepad, CUI editor like VI. VI editor is one of the famous editor. Simple example, let me show you. See, GUI editor, gedit event.sh. The file opened in the editor or not? See, I want to modify something. I want to add some more hashes. Yes, you can add. It's very, very easy. See, like notepad only. Modification completed. And here I want to add one more line. End, not end, echo, end of output. This is the line I want to print at the ending. Once you finish modifications, hit on save. Once you save this, close. Modification completed. This is like GUI modification, GUI editor. It's known as how to open GUI editor, gedit, graphical editor. Now, I want to modify same file in CUI editor, VI, event.sh. CUI editor, it is the most important editor for your real time. This is the environment of CUI. So just if you want to do any modifications, you can do. So here I want to modify. See here, at the place of small e, I want to use capital E. Delete the current character. Coming into insert mode, use capital E. Escape. Next, small o. At this place, I want to use capital O. Delete current character. Enter into insert mode, capital O. And again escape. And here, delete current character. Use switch into insert mode, capital O. It's little bit complicated, but don't feel. In the real time, we have to use this one only. So delete current character, switch into insert mode, capital P. End of output. And also say before E, I want to print some stars. Switch into insert mode and use stars. Okay. At the end of this statement, I want to use again stars. And here, this is my modification completed. Once you completed your modification, escape key, hit escape key. Now you are in the command mode. Control means colon WQ. Colon WQ. You can see at the end of the screen. Save and exit. Exited. Hope you understand. Two types of modifications by using editors. Now, how can I execute a script? /event.sh. I am executing the script. Enter beginning value 10. Enter ending value 25. Is it printing the even numbers? Not only even numbers, so many scripts are there. Don't worry about even numbers or odd numbers. If I submit any file name, from that file it will print required part. According to modifications, is it displaying the last line or not? Yes. So we are discussing about the CUI editor as well as GUI editor, and what is a shell script, what are the types of shell scripts. Just now we executed shell script only. Event.sh is a shell script. How to execute the shell script? By using /. If I run the shell script, automatically it will do the task. What is a shell script? Shell script file means it's like a program which is defined as collection of commands to perform a particular task. Under shell scripting, types of scripts, arithmetic operators, relational operators, logical operators. What is the significance of read command? How? Yeah, this is the syllabus. Who is this ABCD? What's your name? No, Kishore Kumar. I am not explaining about AFTP, something like DHCP, NFS. No, you are asking about the servers. It's not admin course. Okay, yeah. And see, read command, conditional statements, and no, it's not a syllabus guide. Yeah, I will open the syllabus. Hold on. Yeah, case and arguments, and finally job scheduling. What is job scheduling? See, you are writing a script. Let us assume you are writing a script to delete temporary files. So every day I have to execute to delete the temporary files. But I don't want to execute every day. I will do one thing. I want to do the process automatically. I want to perform the process of deleting temporary files automatically. How can I automate the process? By scheduling the script. How to schedule the script? By using cron tabs. What is a cron tab? It is a file which contains scheduled jobs. Scheduled jobs means we can write timings at what time, on which date, on which day. Listen carefully. In which month, on which day, on which date, on which hour, minute, the program has to be executed. That information we can write under cron tab file. So every day it will check the cron tab file. Who will check? There is a process cron. There is a daemon process cron. Cron will check the scheduled jobs under cron tabs. Cron tab is also called as a cron job. Every day it will check that, and if there is any job scheduled at that time, it is going to be executed. Okay, so Don't worry, so don't think about this is the syllabus. Actual syllabus copy is different. Let me open that syllabus. Course content, maybe it is available here or in a different place. Let me check. Yeah, course content here. So what are the support I will provide to you is, so this is the syllabus. You can watch the syllabus: introduction to operating system, about architecture, installing Linux on VMware, file system structure, general commands, file types and directories, regular files and related commands, regular files and related commands again, file permissions, and what are the wildcard characters, means meta characters, redirection operators, filter commands part 1 and filter commands part 2, filter commands part 3. We divided it into 3 parts, and last one, filters part 4. Communication commands, write and mail, process related commands, and also networking commands. These are the networking commands. What are the editors we will learn? Types of editors: GUI editor VI, GUI editor gedit. Shell scripting. What is shell script? Why is shell script? What is echo command? What is read command? Input command, output command. Input command is read, output command is echo. What are variables in shell script? And relational operators, control structures, loops, arguments, job scheduling, and also find command, and what is star command, working with different applications. Hope you understand that. So what is the support provided by me is, I will provide free VMware software. It's a licensed version, not a trial version. Free VMware version, VMware software. If you want to download Ubuntu, you can also download, or I will provide Ubuntu software, and regularly I will send the document, whatever we discussed, to your mail ID. And at the end of the training, I will provide set of interview questions. This is the support from my end. So is there any questions? Anybody? Yeah, this is the syllabus actually. I hope you saw this syllabus. Come again. How many days? Yeah, the class will take 25 days. The training will be finished in 25 days. No, we are unable to call Unix scripting into Windows. Only Unix scripts will run under Unix operating system only. Yeah, every day 1 hour, morning 7 to 8. The next class is on Monday, day after tomorrow. Total duration is 25 days. Is there any other questions? Yeah, if you miss any training, personally every day I will provide video link. Whatever the class we conducted, that class will be recorded and I will send a video link to you. You can watch the video, you can download the video also. Fees, please contact Durgasoft online team. Yeah, that's all for today. Thank you all of you. See you on Monday. Same link, follow the same link and join into the meeting. Thank you all of you.